I was wrong. No, I mean, I wasn't wrong, but two big time crypto CEOs said the bull run was over. Now they're walking it back and saying, yo, it just started. Also, XRP hater alert. SEC commissioner describes the deal as total BS. We'll talk XRP price along with.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
And what did you think of the intro color? I softened it up a little bit. Oh yeah, my Twitter information is linked down below. I get a little spicy on there sometimes. You think I'm R-rated in the videos? I'd probably be X-rated up on the Twitter sphere. You want to talk crypto? Sure you do. You clicked on the fucking video. No kidding. But before we get into the crypto news, like SEC hater and two big CEOs now that get to walk it back, your comments come first. You the viewer matter most. ST Offmeyer says, scream tariff all you want. I got a 5-liter box of wine right next to the computer. Choo choo bitches. 4 hours later, nap time. Yo, 5-liter box of wine. Keeping it classy, my guy. You better pinky up when you drink out of the box. Jeremy Hackler dropping support on the channel. Thank you very much, sir. Says, thanks for all the good news. Thanks for all the news. Good, bad, happy, or sad. Just a little tip for you. Maybe after the weekend you'll get the whole shaft. Well, thank you, sir. And may I have another? Y'all are getting dirty out there, too. Love the comments and love the support. One more for you to round it out. Doran Butler says, easy, easy, easy. Don't rush the heal process. Do you know why? Right before I did this video, I actually went and trained very lightly. Golf clap. Golf clap for me. Bitcoin's in 102,751. ETH is 29.95. I don't have the power in my voice, but the speed is coming back. XRP at 233, while B90B is at 535. Overall market's really, really strong looking right now. Volume is nutso. 205 billion right now in the last 24 hours, up 62% going into the weekend. Yo, weekends have been boring as shit, man. And now we're getting the spiciness. And I know we've pulled back on a lot of our prices, right? We can kind of see that, you know, we've kind of touched the top twice, right? You should touch the subscribe button if you have. Most of you have. Most of you are good, decent people. The people that haven't, heathens. Straight freaking heathens, okay? So that's the deal. Overall, market's looking good. We're going to do what? We're going to have some fun quick.
Paging Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman, you have a telephone call at the front desk.
Ah, love me some Pee-wee. First things first, yeah, he's in jail. Awesome. Loved it. Brought it up earlier. Listen to this. Steak and Shake to start accepting Bitcoin at over 300 outlets in the U.S. from May 16th on. Next Friday. That's pretty cool. American fast food chain Steak and Shake announced that it will begin accepting BTC at all of its locations. Now, that takes something like as a store of value play to now more of like a payment play too. So that's why when we talk about like regs and the stablecoin regs and all this stuff getting like all messed up and killed, are we still back at the conversation where crypto's not a security, it's not a commodity, it's not a currency? I mean, there's like, it's so different than everything there is classification wise that maybe we just start from scratch and we call it something new altogether. The decision comes at a time when mainstream retailers are under pressure to modernize payments and find new customers. We've learned time and time again that companies that accept crypto as a payment attract new customers. CryptoQuant CEO, yo, who has been negative AF. Now remember, some of y'all think I'm negative. That's just me bringing you the bad news. Remember, my job is bringing you good and bad news. Okay, that's me bringing the bad news. That's not being negative Santa Claus. That's just me bringing, that's the news of the day. Sometimes two sandwiches. Yo, this dude, though, has been overly, like, bearish. CryptoQuant CEO admits he was wrong, saying the bull run is over. Kim Young-ju has publicly retracted his previous bearish forecast, citing sustained institutional inflows through BT ETFs as a major factor redefining the market. His changing view by leading analysts comes at a time when Bitcoin has surpassed the 100,000 mark, and right now we're sitting at 102, looking at 103,000. Dude was saying it was done. And mind you, this is like a big time market leader, CryptoQuant CEO. These are people that have like a lot of influence in the market. And maybe not necessarily where you live, but like maybe in other regions they do too. So check this out. Standard Chartered strategist walks back their 120,000 Bitcoin call and says now that target might be too low. In an email shared with clients on Thursday, that's today. Yeah, I'm whoring myself out for the subs. I want to be Papa John's. We're going to do it. Says, I apologize that on my quarter two target may be too low for BTC at 120,000, acknowledging the accelerating momentum in the price. Kendrick, who heads the digital research at Standard Charter, originally predicted last month that Bitcoin would reach a high of 120. Now dude is like, yo, you got to think of higher. His thesis was built on two things, but he's basically saying that the whales are going to jump in and that institutional money is going to continue to pour in. And we've seen institutional inflows have been very solid. I mean, look, zoom out to the 1 year chart on institutional money. The majority of these bars are on the top end here. And remember, job, good news, bad news, happy news, sad news. Sometimes with loops, sometimes with not. Sometimes I give you a warning that there's bad shit. Sometimes I tell you, this is good. This is an overall good trend. Yes, poop sandwiches, you can see them. There are some poop sandwiches where we get negative numbers. But look, the majority of this last year has been positive. Volume is good. I would say most of us here are pretty happy with the price. And I get it. Some people may have bought at the tip. And dude, that's just how it is. Not every play is a win. Not everyone hits it at the peaks. Not everyone hits it at the valleys. That's just life and just math, right? But I think the majority of us watching right now are pretty happy with how the market's looking. Let's swing it on over now to SEC Ripple. SEC Commissioner ripping on the whole settlement thing. And by the way, I also want to hear from you. If you see any other big players out there walking back their big BTC calls, let me know. Ripple settlement slammed by SEC Commissioner, and that's right, Caroline Crenshaw, she probably doesn't live in Crenshaw, says she accused the agency of erasing investor protection with a diluting settlement. She says, our agency is, I fear, worried the appellate court would issue a second ruling and agree with the legal arguments already laid out. She's not happy. Why? Because they went from 125 million to 50 million. I mean, you're still paying 50 million, but 125 million to 50 million ain't bad. So this SEC commissioner is, obviously not happy about this. There's always going to be haters out there, but now we've got people that are walking it back. Okay, let's now talk specifically XRP price, because that's why a lot of you are here. We've touched the top a couple times. You can see that right here. In fact, let's just zoom into the candlestick so we can get just a little bit better visual of it. We're going to go to the 15 minutes because, again, it's not just something you need when it comes to pleasing the significant other, but it's also in crypto. Look, things are short. Do you really give a shit what happened a couple weeks ago price-wise? No, it's all very narrow window when we come to these moves, right? Especially when things are happening quick. Look at these candlesticks. They all line up right here very tightly with each other. Look at this. You're at high of a 242.91. 242.73, 242.50. So you're talking right south, okay? Right south of 243 is where we've had that resistance. So we're going to be tight, right? So when I'm talking about bringing you the news, I'm going to have my reminder now set to 243. I want to know the minute that thing touches because I want to see if we get pushed back down again for the fourth time because you can see 1, 2, 3. Next time would be the fourth, or if we rally on up from there. Honestly, very happy with the action here. Very happy with this because this is a good, solid move from the news on the UK action. Volume for X pretty healthy as well, 7 billion in the last 24 hours. Zoom it out a little bit to the 70, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. This is the momentum gained from the UK trade deal, and then with a little bit of a back kick settlement deal action with Ripple and SEC. So we're all happy again. Not holding the peaks of this move, but look, this is a positive upswing, and looks pretty good. Zoom it out to the month, and you're like, okay, a month ago was the nasty zone. Yo, you players are big in the profits if you were able to buy on that dip. And yo, got a little session in before I did the news today. Yeah, I feel real funky right now. A little dizzy, but that's okay. I took it easy, and sure, I'll feel just fine. But the market is going to feel better than fine. And we're even seeing these big time crypto CEOs out there walk these things back. That's awesome. You compare that then with the institutional money that just keeps pouring in. And it's not like all of a sudden we're seeing this massive oh my God, there's $80 trillion. Oh my God, the boobies and jumblies are flowing out. It's not like we're seeing that. We're just seeing a constant spend. It's almost like these institutions have got like a gambling addiction or something. Yeah, that's going to help the algorithms. But it is. It's almost like they just keep coming back, right? They get their paychecks, and they're like, yo, I want more. Get the paychecks, yo, I want more. And they're on these cycles, and that's why I always go to that 1 year chart so we can kind of always zoom out and just look at that long-term trend and go, dude, these players just keep pouring money in, and you got to think businesses don't pour money into things that lose money. It doesn't make sense. There's a time where you just cut the cord, right? And companies aren't stupid. These players are still in business. They're still in business because they're able to make money. And we've seen that time and time again. And yeah, the volume on top of that is just there too. So watching these CEOs walk back is cool. Let me know too. Do you like the softer lighting in the back? I just toned it down just a little bit with the saturation. A little bit more light over here just to give us a little bit more facial glow. You know, for those you like to watch on the TV. Yeah, that's about it. Sorry, feeling pretty good because, like, I've had a rough few weeks with the training. Few injuries we've picked up, you know. A few, like, medical things that we've had to tackle. And it's been nice, man. It was nice to work out. Nice to bring you all the news. Nice to start... You know, I'm starting to feel a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like, I can tell, like, even now I'm a little sore. I kind of mess up some words, you know what I mean? So I'm getting better. I mess up a lot of stuff typing still, so like I can tell like I'm still not 100%, but we're getting there. We're getting there, and the market's getting there too. So choo what? Hold on. I'll do this. Let's turn it on really quick. Give me a second here. See, this is what happens. I won't even edit this. I'll be super nice to everyone. I won't even edit this. We will turn the light on. Oh no, we won't. Okay, well I guess we won't turn the light on. So this is maybe like super live TV. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Let's leave this in here. Okay, here's what happened. So that noise we heard the other day, that noise was my power cord from my Choo Choo Bitches sign that came out. And that came out because a few days ago I moved my road bike because I was cleaning my room. So, I don't know. Yeah, that's what happened. Oh. Huh. Mystery solved, kids. Choo what? Well, hold on. Microphone's in the way. Live. This is what happens when you record live and you're not gonna edit stuff. Choo what? Choo bitch. Okay, it's close enough. It's on the screen.